Hello, everyone. This is Ashlie Johnson with Brook Human Resource Solutions, here to offer you another little tidbit about risk when it comes to mergers and acquisitions. We all have heard in the dairy industry that mergers and acquisitions are happening more frequently. They can be scary for employees, and they can also carry risk for both companies that are merging. So I want to talk a little bit about risks of M&A today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly, and I would be happy to provide you with additional information. There are many risks to going through a merger and an acquisition. The first of those risks is overpayment. If a company is unduly bullish or overvalues the smaller company's prospects, it might offer a substantial premium to get a hold of that smaller company. Once it's acquired the company, that best case scenario of production and profits the acquiring company had bet on when they were determining the purchase price may not materialize, and that could lead to a loss. A poorly handled merger can also result in many impacts to production and performance that leads to loss for the company. From an HR side, and that's my favorite side of any equation, there's a human side and risk there too. So there's integration risk, which in many cases, integrating the operations of two companies proves to be a much more difficult task in practice than it might have seemed in theory. This can result in the combined company being unable to reach the desired targets in terms of cost savings from synergies and production. The merger and acquisition process can immediately impact the stress levels of employees involved. And many mergers need to be approved by local governments, attorneys general, and/or regulators, which can drag the process out for more than a year. All that time, employees are unsure and working to try and integrate with another company. It's very difficult, and the time that it takes to close a merger can be so hard on both companies and all of their employees. There's a lot of uncertainty when a merger occurs. It signals risk to the target and company employees. Are they going to lose their jobs? And this uncertainty might manifest in negative ways if the employees disapprove of the transition. It's reasonable to assume that employees who feel threatened or scared might prove less effective than those who feel secure and content in their job. There's also the risk of actual job losses. Historically, mergers and acquisitions tend to result in job loss. Many of this is attributable to redundant operations and efforts to boost efficiency and profit. But at the end of the day, someone still loses their job. Competitors are another threat to successful M&A, and that's because they know that those employees are in distress, and so they pounce, right? And you don't want to lose your best employees. So making it an opportune time for the valued employees that you want to keep understand that their job is safe and that you don't want them to go to anyone else is really going to be important. And then lastly, it's culture clash. Target company employees are also expected to understand the new corporate culture and management structure of the business that is acquiring them. If that management team struggles to communicate effectively to aid in that transition, discontent among the employees can occur, and it can be very damaging to the process. Those are just a few of the risks of a merger and acquisition. I have a lot of material that I'd be happy to provide if anyone wants to reach out to me, but I thank you for your time today and hope you have a great rest of your day.